Hi, I'm Christina Street. Do you want to learn a new way to decorate pumpkins? All of these pumpkins we made today in less than 30 minutes and there was no carving or mess involved. Here's my ideas. Let's go. Okay, I'm so excited to do this with you today. This is by far one of my favorite things to do at Halloween. I've been doing this for a really long time. Let me show you what I picked up. This stuff is so inexpensive. You can get it from costume shops, dollar bins, anywhere they sell Halloween stuff, you will find this stuff for super inexpensive and you can use it for years and years to come because you're not gluing anything. It's just a simple placement. Let's do it. This one's really cute. It's a little kitten and we're gonna make a little tail to go with it. So it's really fun to do it on both sides. Okay, so here I have a crafting pumpkin and I use this year after year. It doesn't go bad, doesn't get smushed, doesn't smell funky after a few days. This is perfect, but you could use anything you want. Store-bought pumpkin, you can paint it a different color if you want to, but it's up to you, which is the most fun part because you get to create whatever you want. All right, so we're gonna take our mask and we're going to place it where we want it to go. And we're just gonna tie the back of it on right here. So we have our mask on and this cute fur trim. I got this at a craft supply store. It's just a feather boa. We're gonna cut a little piece. Do you guys see what we're doing here? How cute is this? And turn it into a little cat tail. Let's cut this. So now that we have our piece, we're gonna take a glue gun. You could also take a piece of tape if you don't have a glue gun. And we're just gonna attach it to the back right there. This is so exciting. I love this finished product. Our cute little tail, so when it's sitting down, you'll see it. There's our mask. And if you wanted to do another animal, you could do rabbit ears with the pom-pom in the back for a tail. You could really get creative with this. I'd love to see what you're doing. This one is really fun. This one is giving me Dia de los Muertos vibes. And what's really fun is I've had this forever. I just use it again and again. And when I was out shopping for today, I found this hat, which really goes well with it. And we're gonna just plop this hat right on top of our pumpkin. Just gonna tie this on, give it a little double knot here. Just pull it tight, and it'll stay just like that. All right, so now for our grand finale. Look how easy this is. Here's our little hat. I'm gonna go right over the top here and give it a little fluff. How cute is this? I love this one. This one has masquerade vibes. Really, you can use any size mask or pumpkin. Even if it's oversized, I think it still has a cool effect to it. And just like that, we're done. So this one I've had forever. I paid 99 cents for it. It's metal. I love the way it looks when it hits the light. It's so pretty. This is a really good one. So even if you're just adding a mask to your pumpkins, it gives it a whole different vibe, and that's simple enough. You don't need to overthink it. You don't have to think about paint or anything extra. This is so fun and festive and so easy to do. All right, everybody, smile. So for this no-carve pumpkin idea, we are going to take a smaller pumpkin, but you could really use any size you want. I just have a little bit of fake spider web and a fake spider. All right, so for this, we're just gonna take our spider web and keep pulling it apart. It looks more like a cobweb if you do that. And I'm gonna put it over the top of the pumpkin. I kind of like when it goes down further, so you can stretch it out past where it's gonna go. So if you're putting it on a table or an entryway, it'll look really cool if it's attached to maybe something else. And once you get it as fluffy or as stretched out as you want, take your little spider. I think it's more fun to stick it in the part that's hanging over. And you can add multiple spiders if you like. So it looks like they're starting to crawl up. And look how easy that was. We're all set to go. Okay, so this next one is really easy because all you need is cardstock, which is a thicker paper. You can use regular paper, it just gives it a bold, better look if you use cardstock. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna print just from Google Images a bat, a ghost, whatever it is that you want to put on your pumpkin, and we're gonna make our own template. So I printed out 2 different bats here, and if you wanted to get crazy, you can do different sizes so that it can look like the bat's taking off. I'm gonna give you a little example, like this here. And if you wanna just do one big one, that's good too. I'm gonna include a link to a few different ones in our description. So we're gonna start cutting, let's go. A tip when you're cutting like this to get clean lines is to just keep your scissor in place and turn it, and it's really good for rounding edges, turning it in as opposed to trying to cut. Okay, so now that we have our template, this is a little bit trickier. I want to do it on black paper for contrast. So if you had an orange pumpkin or a black pumpkin, the white would be no problem at all. But for me, it kind of gets lost in, it doesn't stand out the way that it would if it was a contrasting color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold our template down, and I'm gonna use a pen. So I'm gonna trace it. Doesn't have to be perfect. So if you hold it up to the light, you can see the shape of it and just kind of move it along as you go and just hold it up to the light. Now let's cut it. As always, kids, be careful with scissors. Now what we want to do to make it look a little bit more realistic, I want to fold the wings right here where the body is. Just a little bend, and now it looks like it landed on your pumpkin. So now that you have your bat, all you need is a piece of double-sided tape, a couple pieces to go down the body and hold it down, or if you have a glue gun, you can use a little bit of glue. Let's glue it together. Watch your string. Find your spot. Let's do it right here. And we're good to go. I picked up these spiders. I like that they are glittery, so when the light hits them, it's gonna look really cool. I'm gonna pop these off, and we're gonna pop them on here. We're gonna use a glue gun. Be really careful because it does get hot. And once you apply your glue, start placing our spiders. How cute is that? You can kind of turn them around so it looks like they're crawling. It's so easy if you don't like it just to pop them off and to go back and replace them. And how creepy is that? And just like that, we're done. No mess to clean up, no pumpkin seeds. If you want to be inspired, watch some of my other videos. I can't wait to see what you all are creating. I'm Christina Street. Happy Halloween.